we make movie magic. You already know the word movie is a nickname for motion pictures. In the early days of filmmaking, it must have truly seemed like magic. In the late 1800s, the Pettibone Brothers Manufacturing Company began producing magic lanterns like this one, which were widely used by traveling showmen projecting images onto white backdrops. Just for a moment, imagine what that must have been like. Sitting in a darkened tent. Suddenly, the white backdrop is revealed and illuminated with a single image. Then, when seen in the right light, the right order, and at the right speed, that image came to life to create a magical new world. Has been making movies on this very location for over 100 years. During that time, they turned out some of the most memorable film moments in the history of Hollywood.
Hold on to your butts.
The basic concept of the filmmaking process has remained the same, to make you, the audience, believe that everything you see is real.
Today's filmmakers have more tools than ever before. High-tech cameras, super-fast computers, but they still rely on a category of effects so distinctive they're known as special.
And the earliest form of special effects are called practical effects, and those are done on set, right in front of the camera. Our first example of practical effects, models. Check out the opening from Universal's 1933 version of The Mummy. It utilizes miniature effects. You can tell that's a scale model because looking closely at the real pyramids, they don't say The Mummy. Now, as you know, Universal just rebooted the Mummy franchise not long ago. The previous installment was in 1999, and the Sphinx from the opening shot there is this actual model right here. And the attention to detail is incredible. Further proof that models are still a great way to fool the camera, right, Chris?
Absolutely. Another filmmaking technique that fools the camera is the glass mat. In the terrifying film The Birds, the brilliant Alfred Hitchcock had matte paintings created to achieve the eerie look he wanted for the town of Bodega Bay. Take a look. In this literal bird's eye view of the town, only the parking lot and the fire are real. Everything else was hand-painted onto a single sheet of glass to create a glass mat that was then placed in front of the lens while they were filming. Later, footage of the birds was incorporated to complete the effect.
So we've shown you two forms of practical effects so far. First, models, and now the glass mat.
But there's another category of practical effect that involves performers, not just props. Practical stunts.
Did someone say stunts?
Please welcome our amazing special effects show stunt department.
Yeah! That was awesome, man.
So good.
Justin comes flying down on this side. You got Chris zipping in over here. How come you and I don't get an awesome entrance like these dudes?
Because we're wearing nice pants. You may not recognize their faces, but I guarantee you've seen their work in countless television and film productions, oftentimes doubling for some of your favorite celebrities. Let me do a quick introduction over here. We have Cayman Casey. This is Chris Giacomazzi, and our stunt coordinator, Mr. Justin Chambers. Good to see you guys. Justin, got a question for you, buddy. Is it true stunt performers almost always double for actors when it comes to stunts?
Absolutely. Actors don't like getting kicked in the face.
Kicked in the face.
Like this. Oh!
Is he okay? Wow! When it comes to staging a fight, the art of illusion is very important. The moves need to be realistic enough to fool the camera without injuring anyone. Then it's up to the stunt performers to make them look believable. Let me set the scene. Exterior, a dark alley, dead of night. 2 nefarious characters lurk about. Ready and action.
Hey, man. Dollar? Come on. Give me that wallet, man.
How about that? Very cool. Needless to say, this is not the type of thing anyone out there should try on their own.
That is correct.
All right, we'll see you guys a little bit later. Good job, stunt team. Hear the sound effects that were added to that scene? The dynamic punches, the dumpster hits. There's actually a term for adding sound effects to movies.
That's right, Chris, and we call it Foley. Now, Foley is the process of adding sound effects to movies after they're done filming, but do you know its origins? Jack Foley wore many hats, a silent movie director, writer of westerns, even a stunt double. But when he started doing sound effects for Universal back in the 20s, that's when he really made a name for himself. For over 30 years, Foley worked in Soundstage 10, right here on the Universal lot. And if he couldn't recreate a sound effect in that soundstage, he just went out and got it. Inventing a technique called direct-to-picture, Foley and his small crew would record all of the sound effects for a finished movie in one single take. The synchronization with the movements of the film had to be perfect. One mistake meant they started over from the beginning. Here to help show us that art of Foley, give it up for our first volunteer!
From Southern California and Denver, say hello to the 3 Fun Punches family!
Yeah! Welcome, gang, all the way from California. Thanks for making that trip into there. They're going to help demonstrate how the simple items on this table can be repurposed to sound like something completely different than what you might think. For example, in Foley, a water bottle could be used to articulate the sounds of breaking bones. Something like this. Check it out. You kids can try that at home. Parents love it. All right, let's see what they have to Foley. It's from the movie Identity Thief, starring Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy. Now, while you watch, keep one eye on the scene itself, but make sure you look right next to it at the Universal Foley artists hard at work. Check it out.
Now, I have a plan.
See? Just like that. Piece of cake, right, you guys? Yeah, you got this, Angel. Quick recap of the sound effects so everyone's caught up to speed. I'm going to help you guys out on these two. The crash box, filled with loud items. When I spin this, it's going to simulate the crash sounds into the bookshelf and over the chair. I've also got some shoes glued to sticks for all of the running in the scene. Angel, my dear, rolled up paper wrapped tightly in tape and a cutting board for those body falls onto the ground. Perfect. Christopher, boxing gloves on sticks for that throat punch, and those face masks there. Nicely done. And last but not least, the cowbell and the mallet for that panini hit to the back of the head. And this is where I think you have the hardest one up here, because you need to make these 2 pair of handcuffs sound like only 1 pair of handcuffs. Do you think you can do that? Yeah, you got this. Nice. I think you guys look ready. You want to give it a shot? All right. You're ready. I'm ready. They're ready. Let's roll it. Rolling sound, speeding, and action. Cut! Yes! Nicely done, you guys. Right this way. Follow me. Yeah! favorite part. We're going to take the actual dialogue and music from that scene, but lay over their Foley track we just recorded live. And I'll see if I need to grab you guys some applications. So let's line up right here. Turn around. Everybody, check out these side screens.
Get over here and give me your ribs. Okay? Now, I have a plan.
Brendan, it was beautiful! Yeah, right this way.
It's time to quit school and move to Hollywood, okay? I think it's a good idea. Boy. Identity Thief, a wonderful universal comedy. Over the decades, the studio has made memorable films in every genre, but we really left our mark with some of the scariest thriller and horror films. Check it out. Very special horror effects. Emerging from the shadows behind me are my cats and some of Universal's most famous monsters from our classic monster family. Let's take a look. We have Chucky and his ride, Dracula, Michael Myers over there, Imhotep the Mummy, Phantom of the Opera, and of course, Mother Bates. The perfect setting to demonstrate a horror effect.
Everyone give a warm welcome to Claudia. Say hi, Claudia!
Hi, Claudia! Claudia was selected because she has a very distinctive scream. Let me show you what I mean. Claudia. You've just checked into the Bates Motel. You're shampooing your hair. The shower curtain flies open. There's Norman Bates. How would you scream? Nice!
Yes! Okay.
Wow! Have you been murdered before?
Okay, that was good.
I could tell. I knew it.
All right.
It was on that fight scene. Stunt performers have a very high tolerance to pain. Claudia, the question is,
Do you? Well, Claudia, do you?
well, getting more real, isn't it?
Yeah. Good.
This next demonstration involves movie blood. Does anyone know what Alfred Hitchcock used for movie blood in Psycho? Yell it out if you know.
Yes.
Chocolate syrup is right. Absolutely.
Nicely done. See, Psycho was a black and white movie, so they could use chocolate syrup back then. But nowadays, you're right, movie blood does have to be much more realistic.
Claudia, thank you for lending us a hand.
Literally! Now remember, kids, do not try this at home, okay?
Try it at a friend's house. And then put it on YouTube, okay? Big kids help the little kids. Hold still, it's gonna hurt a lot. Here we go. Ready? And
wait!
What?
Let's not use the machete.
You're right. You are right. We're not gonna chop off Claudia's arm with a machete. That would be crazy. Check out the side screens, everyone. We're gonna chop off her arm with this knife because it's much, much sharper.
Yes.
It's okay. No, you're young. It'll grow back. I promise. Here we go. Count of three. Ready to scream. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Scream! It's a Hollywood one, and it's completely fake. And the acting was very, very real, especially the giggling at the end. That's my favorite part. Check out the side screen, show you how this works. False blade, notch cut out, forearm on the back, that's a full of movie blood. Squeeze it, makes a huge mess, it just goes everywhere, but that's okay, because it's Ryan's job to clean the whole thing up.
Yeah, unfortunately for me. But fortunately for us, we had an amazing volunteer. Round of applause for Claudia. You killed it. Nicely done. Putting your phones in there. Oh, no.
What's wrong?
Man, he's going to help you. You were great. Sorry, I got blood on my fancy pants.
Oh, he's in big trouble. Do you have your camera? Do you have your phone? Yeah, go ahead, pull that out, step over here. We're going to let you take a picture with some of Universal's most famous monsters. Excellent. Ready? Come right over here with me. Stand right here, face forward. Make sure you have light on your face. And right there is actually, there you go. All right, here's what I want to call you. Hands in the air like you're in a scary movie. On the count of three, one last big, huge Hollywood scream. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go home, Michael. Go home. That is so rude. Some people will do anything to get in your Instagram feed, won't they? That was terrible. You should have seen the look on your face. Oh, wait a minute, we kind of can. Look at that. That is amazing. I gotta say, you're the smartest volunteer we've ever had because you ran. Most people stand there like dummies. You lived. That means you're going to be in the sequel. Congratulations. Here's your phone back. Goodbye. Go home. He is so creepy. Oh, we've seen a lot of great practical effects. We're going to switch gears. Take a look at some very cool visual effects. Any special effect that's created using a computer. To help me demonstrate motion capture, or mocap, please welcome back my co-host, Ryan!
Yeah, this is happening. I'm sorry. Oh, those poor children. Hi. Like you're happy.
All right. You ready to do this?
You know it, Chris.
Yeah, okay, good. Let's bring up our perimeter sensors, if you would. The marks on Brown suit are reflecting light back into these perimeter sensors, where their movement will be captured using our sensors. No, that's fine. Generally, it's something you should do backstage. Like just saying,
Yeah. I was
There we go.
getting into this.
yeah, you were. And you are in it, that's for sure.
Yep, let's hurry.
All right, can we bring up our capture, please? So the markers on his suit have been translated into this digital skeleton. This is what the computer uses to read and record him in real time. Do me a favor, arms out to the side. We start with the T-pose, signal the beginning of a take. That way our editors will know exactly. Okay, what are you doing?
Sorry, man. This suit is tight.
We noticed.
All right, go.
Take your finger, touch your nose, give you both sides twice. This is how we calibrate the system, make sure we have a good, strong connection between our suit, the sensors, and our computer. That looks very, very good. If you're done, you can put your arms down. But I need constant movement now, so I want jumping jacks, jog in place, whatever you got, but don't stop moving. Using Ryan's capture movements, animators can manipulate the digital skeleton. They can play with the aspect ratio, apply a wire frame, finish off with digital skins. They can turn Ryan into whatever they want. Today, buddy, they have turned you into a lovable, huggable teddy bear.
I'm a bear.
No. You're not just any teddy bear. You are Ted from Universal's Ted!
Oh, sweet!
You want to dance? You got music? What you got up there?
Dance.
Perfect. All right, show us what you
Get
got.
ready, Chris.
Let's see some moves.
Oh, yeah, tell you what, here's a little something for the ladies!
No! Not for the ladies. Changing the subject. Ted, what do you think of our show so far, huh?
That's why I watch these things. It's like a cool behind the scenes thing that you wouldn't know.
Thunder Buddies Ted.
Thunder Buddies for life.
Look at that. You made a thunder, buddy. That's Ted. That's Ryan. Give them both a huge round of applause. Fun fact, Seth MacFarlane had a modified mocap suit built by Phil Tippett Studios so he can act and direct at the same time. Let's take a look at the genius behind Ted in action.
We were able to do Ted in a completely lifelike way and to use technology in a way that it really hasn't been used to date. What that technology does so well is it takes fantastical characters and makes them as realistic in movement as possible.
Funny stuff. But as far as technology has come with visual effects and CGI, some things still look better when they're real, like fire. Let's take a look at some fire stunts from Universal Films. One of the most exciting yet most dangerous aspects of filmmaking, without a doubt, is a fire stunt. We're going to bring our top-notch stunt department back out here to show you guys how to execute a live fire burn. Here they come. The man in the middle, that is Chris Giacomazzi. He is the stunt performer. He's about to be set on fire. He's joined by Kevin Casey and our stunt coordinator, Justin Chambers, who will be acting as his safety. As you can see, Chris has applied something to his face. It's not the latest Hollywood beauty cream. It's a protective fire gel, and he applies it to all of his exposed skin. You probably know how uncomfortable it is to miss a spot with sunblock. Well, imagine what it must feel like to miss a spot when you're on fire. Not good. The safeties are standing by the fire extinguishers in case of premature ignition.
See that ready to fuel.
Go right ahead.
Chris, you ready? David, you set? Fill it.
Upon completion of the burn, Chris will move down to this fire blanket where he will be extinguished. At this point, we're looking for a thumbs up that he's okay, thumbs down is a sign to get our medical team involved. Also, excellent time to point out that these are trained stunt professionals using specialized equipment. This is not the type of thing anyone should ever think about trying on their own. It looks like Chris is just wearing a pair of jeans and a shirt. In truth, he has other safety layers underneath that give him added protection. Nothing is going to make him completely fireproof, but each layer buys him extra time when he needs it the most. We're hoping to get burned for about 8 to 10 seconds today. We do ask that everyone remain seated for the duration of this stunt. Take our lights down, set our clock to 0. Stunt team, whenever you're ready.
David, you ready? Chris, ready?
Ready and action.
Ready. You're lit. Get out.
Anybody's wondering if that's real fire, ask the folks down front. It got a little warm, didn't it? Oh, how are we going to top that? How about this? Let's create a scene that is truly out of this world. And we'll do it with our final 2 volunteers. Right this way, you two. All the way from Irvine, California, right this way. Give it up for Nick and Isabel. Yay! Right here, you guys. Right over, Isabel, right over here. Nick, right here. I got some bad news, dude. We're not going to light you on fire. I'm sorry, we did that stunt already. But you're going to be an astronaut for us, which means you're joining the stunt team. So head right that way with Justin. He'll get you ready to go. You come with me, young lady. Have you stand right there for me. Because have I got a surprise for you. This is our Fisher flying rig. It is a highly sophisticated, computer-controlled cable system that we use to create the illusion of flight. It's very high-tech, very expensive. You are going to be in control of it. But don't worry, there's an app for that. On our iPad, we have the remote control to the Fisher flying rig. You are going to set your boyfriend's height using that green bar right there. Once he's in the air, you'll control him with this pink grid. Wherever you move your finger is where he is going to go. She's got a big smile on her face there, yeah? How long have the two of you been dating? A little over a year. That's a long time in Hollywood. Congratulations. That's like 6 Hollywood marriages. You're doing well. Okay, don't touch anything. I'll be right back. All right, looking good over here. Okie doke. Nick, do me a favor. You're about to blast off into outer space. Do you have any final words for your girlfriend, Isabel, before you go? He says he loves you very much. That's what he said. What was that? Oh, he also said you guys should go shoe shopping in Beverly Hills tomorrow. That is so nice of you. He says money is no object. You get what you want. She has the remote. Think. We also need outer space. We're going to rear project the backplate of the space station onto the screen behind him. That looks fantastic. All right. Nick, please pay attention. Thank you. You'll be up there soon enough. All right, we're ready to go. Do me a favor, take that green bar and move it halfway up. Nice and easy. That's good. We'll lock them off. We got them in outer space. That's the tough part. I'm going to turn them for you. Excellent. Okay, Nick, don't touch the wires, buddy. You should be balanced. So if you just keep I'll tell you what, feet down, shoulders back. Almost. That is almost it. Yeah, well, okay. Back up the other direction. Feet down. Yes, that's it. Nick. It looks very natural. We're good to go, so you're going to go ahead and take that pink and go right up that way. right there is good. Salute the space station captain. Wave to space. Come on, hey, we're gonna go for take 2. Are you ready? I got you, big guy. Feet down, shoulders back. There you go. Okay, just strong. Show me strong. All right, go ahead and move them around again. You're in control this time, so take them where you want. But we wanted to. Oh, that's a little high. He's going to bring down, straight down. That's not down. He's sitting back there. Everybody, where's he going? Hang on. Okay. We're going to bring you right over here. No, hang on. I love you too, bro. He is smiling. That's a very good sign. You're done, okay? No. Are you mad at him? Let me have this. What is going on? All right, hang on. There we go. He's coming down now. Okay, you're coming down now. Remember, feet down, shoulders back. Push him back as hard as he can. That's exactly what I meant. Come over here. Come right here. Let me go get your boyfriend for you. Dude, your girlfriend just tried to kill you. You okay? All right, go give her a hug. You did a good job. You are all done. Right over there. There you go. As we said before, the idea behind special effects to make the audience believe what they see is real.
Give it up for my partner in crime, everybody!
Keep it going for all of our great volunteers. Thanks for stopping by, folks. We'll see you at the movies and enjoy the rest of your day. Here at Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA. So long, everybody.
That was good. Good for that.